Hello. In this video, we will learn about formatting cells, rows, and columns in Excel.
Formatting data makes it easier to read and more interesting. So if you look at this table over here, you can see the column is kind of crunched up. You can't read the headings. So to fix this, what we can do is we can come to the corner of this column. And then from here, you can double click. So what happens here is we are invoking the auto fit. So this row height becomes equal to the text height. And we can also see this column is not sufficient to show the total heading. And also these numbers, the dates over here are crunched up. So that's why we see these hash signs. So one easy way to do is we can select all of these. And then from here, we can double click. So that will also do the auto fit. There's another way to invoke auto fit. You can come select one of these rows and right click. And from here, we can adjust the row height also. Also, you can come into under the Home tab, Home ribbon. We go to the Cell section. And then if we go to Format, there also we have the auto fit. And also from here, we can adjust the row height as well. And same goes for column width and auto fit for the column width. So this data looks much better now. So if we go to the second sheet, we see here again, we have one problem. That is the date is still crunched up. So we can come here to the corner and double click and auto fit works. And same for product. You can double click, get the product right. And then you'll notice some of these rows are crunched up. Some are much more wider. So there are different sizes. So let's say we want to make all of them the same row height. So what we can do is come here. We can select and go to row height. And we see the row height is 15 over here. So if you want to make all of these rows the same size, we select all of these rows like this. And do a right click and then go to row height and we'll type in 15 and say OK. So all of the rows are the same size now. So this looks much better. So we go to the other sheet. So on this sheet, we have some data which are not formatted properly. And we want to apply formatting like this so it looks much more readable and much more appealing. So let's start at the beginning of the headings. So we got a blue background. So we'll apply, we can select from the mouse or we can press Ctrl Shift right arrow. Select all of the headings. And from here, we will apply a dark blue background. And the font color, we'll make it white. And we'll make it bold as well. And see the font used here is Arial 12. So we will again select this and apply the same font. Arial and 12. So the heading is sorted now. So if we look at the other fonts, everything is Arial 12. So the best thing to do is we will apply the same format to the whole table. We can press Ctrl Shift, right arrow, down arrow, select everything, and we'll make it Arial 12. Then we see there's a table grid around. So we'll again select everything and come here where we can put the borders, and we'll select all borders. And then you see the borders here are looking a bit more thicker. So we'll again select this. Go to borders and then more borders. And from here, we can select a thicker border. Now this is the border applied at the moment. Maybe we'll go for this one, which looks much more thicker. And we will apply that thick border to all of these lines over here. So every line is now applying the thick border format and say, oh. So it looks much more similar now. Also, you notice if we go here into this formatting, borders, we can also change the border color. Let's say we want to make it dark blue. So once we have dark blue over here, we can apply that again to all of these. And say, oh. So the dark blue border is applied. Then, let's see, the date format looks different. So we'll change the date format, select all the dates, Ctrl Shift down arrow, and this apply short date. Okay. So date formatting is fine. And then you see for the sales, we have applied the accounting format. So we'll select all the dates, go to formatting, select accounting, and we need the US dollar. So we'll go select from here, and the symbol will make it US dollar. And we got the dollar format. So what else? Then we see the date column looks much more wider. So we'll auto fit that, double click. And I think we have done all the formatting required. So this looks much better. So that's the benefit of using formatting. In this lesson, we applied formatting from scratch. In a future lesson, we will see if we already have formatting done on some section in the workbook, we can basically copy that and apply to new data using what's called the format pane.
Thanks for watching.